The moment you hear what Prince Harry is planning, you're going to understand why royal insiders are whispering like they are passing around state secrets. Word behind the scenes is that Harry is preparing a powerful move for 2026 that is already causing nerves to tingle in royal circles. And when I say powerful, I mean the kind of plan that has some people in Kensington Palace refreshing their news alerts to see what Harry will do next. The man is cooking something big, strategic, and bold enough to make old narratives crumble and new ones rise. This is the kind of story where you get your tea, hug your mug, and get comfortable. According to sources who have been chirping loudly recently, Harry has given himself a personal mission for 2026, a promise he intends to deliver. It is not a small vow, and it is not a series of symbolic gestures that come with photo ops and a polite speech. He is planning a scale of impact that steps beyond anything he has attempted before. If people thought Invictus was impressive already, they better sit down, because insiders say he wants to transform his entire humanitarian portfolio into something more global, more innovative, and more culturally relevant than ever. Naturally, comparisons to William are already flying like confetti. The whispers began the moment insiders hinted that Harry's upcoming initiative could rival or even overshadow Earthshot. And honestly, the idea of Harry unintentionally or intentionally surpassing William is enough to make royal commentators break out in nervous coughs. For years, the media insisted Harry would always be second place in everything. Yet somehow the man who was labelled the spare is now doing laps around entire institutions in terms of cultural impact, passion projects, and genuine emotional leadership. The thing that sets Harry apart is the heart behind his work. Invictus was not created for applause. It came from lived experience, from real pain, from the desire to give veterans a stage to stand tall again. His advocacy around mental health comes from his own struggles and his wish to help others feel seen and supported. Every project Harry touches has soul. That is why 2026 is shaping up to be such a big moment. People can feel that something authentic is on the horizon. Meanwhile, Earthshot exists in a more polished world, one filled with scripted video packages, glamorous green carpets, and thick royal PR manuals. It is intended to be grand. Yet there has always been a sense of distance, a feeling that the heart is tucked behind carefully approved talking points. So, of course, the possibility that Harry could create something in 2026 that naturally outshines it is making headlines before anything has even been officially announced. And then there is Meghan. Her influence in this 2026 plan is undeniable, according to insiders. She understands modern media, branding, partnerships, and global influence better than most. The British tabloids treat her like she is secretly running the world with a clipboard, but what she really has is clarity. She sees how collaborative power works. She knows that the right partnerships can take a project from important to iconic. And she has been pushing Harry to think bigger, expand wider, and partner with people who understand how to reach millions. She helped shape Invictus into a polished international event. She helped grow Archewell into a recognizable organization. And now she is one of the driving minds behind Harry's 2026 blueprint. The most exciting detail from insiders is that Harry has been exploring collaborations with major global names. Not just inspirational speakers or foundation heads, but entertainers and athletes with massive global pull. Which brings us to the biggest buzz of the entire story. Jennifer Lopez. Yes, J.Lo herself. The woman who practically owns her own aura has entered the chat. Sources say Harry is extremely energized about the possibility of working with her, and the impact this could have is enormous. J.Lo partnering with any humanitarian project supercharges visibility in a heartbeat. She has fans in almost every country. Her influence stretches across music, film, beauty, fashion, and global pop culture. One performance, one appearance, or even one collaboration would instantly make any event trend across continents. There is also a funny detail floating around from insiders that Harry and William both admired J.Lo back in the day. If that is true, imagine the cosmic comedy of Harry teaming up with J.Lo for a massive humanitarian project while William watches from Buckingham Palace group chats. Harry would never admit it publicly, but there is something comically satisfying about that scenario. A small, harmless sibling rivalry win. After surviving everything he has endured, who would deny him that moment of joy? Because, let us be honest, Harry has survived things most people cannot imagine. Public smear campaigns, leaks from inside his own household, being cut off, pushed out, and treated like an inconvenience by an institution he served for years. And through all of it, he built a new life, a better life, a life rooted in purpose instead of protocol. The idea of him having a triumphant year in 2026 is not only possible, it is deserved. The timing also feels intentional. By 2026, the Sussexes will be deeply settled into their independent world. Archewell is restructuring and preparing to scale. Meghan's ventures are expanding and establishing stronger footing. Invictus continues to gain more global attention each year, and there is renewed public interest in the couple, especially as people grow increasingly weary of the stiff and distant royal image machine. Many people want authenticity, sincerity, compassion, and vulnerability, qualities that Harry and Meghan naturally bring to their work. This is why 2026 has all the elements of a milestone year. A moment where Harry steps fully into the leader he has always been becoming. A moment that shows he does not need royal titles, palaces, or ceremonial duties to create global change. He needs passion, partnerships, and freedom, and he already has those things in abundance. If the palace feels a bit uncomfortable about that, well, that is not Harry's concern. He is playing a different game now, one built around service, human connection, and modern influence. And if his success causes a certain older brother to lift an eyebrow, that is simply a side bonus. Harry's impact is no longer defined by the monarchy. It is defined by the people he helps, the communities he uplifts, and the alliances he builds. His legacy is shaping itself into something compassionate, ambitious, and authentic. If 2026 becomes the year everything comes together, then the world is going to witness a chapter of Harry's life that stands apart from everything that came before. With that said, if you loved this deep dive and want more updates, analysis, and Sussex-friendly discussions, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss a new episode. It truly helps this channel grow. And if you want to show extra support, you can use Super Thanks or buy me a coffee to help keep this content coming. Every bit of support from you helps this community thrive and allows me to bring you more stories every week. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the channel. And as always, stay kind, stay curious, and stay tuned.